What is going on, Amped Up family? It is your boys from the Amped Up squad, and we are bringing you another glorious, royal, magnificent, legendary podcast episode. So we're going to do some current events because in the past couple months, really couple weeks, couple days, there have been a lot of events going on that are just blowing everyone's mind. So we want to give you guys some current events that are going on and maybe some thoughts and opinions that we have and we want to share with you guys. And if you guys ever have any thoughts, let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to always stay tuned, enjoy, have fun, relax, and stay amped up. So here we go. So who has the first current event? What's going on in the world right now?
Let's talk about the gas shortage that's currently happening right now on the East Coast. There's several states that got hit by this.
I would like to add, it's not even technically a gas shortage. It was a slight inconvenience that everybody overreacted to and made it a lot worse.
Yeah.
So for the unexpected people that wasn't like paying any attention, per se myself, is on E and all the gas stations are closed. So gotta hit that shutter, bro. And my car is thirsty. It drinks a lot of gas. So when I see that car pull up beside me, and I know they're not trying to race, but I raced them just to make myself feel better. I can't gun it no more. I just can't. So I had to drive like 35 all the way home to be safe. I wasn't trying to run out.
Oh man, I could not believe how bad it is out there. And this man, every small gas station is like blocked off, papers around everything. And then you have the like club stores like Costco and Sam's. I went over to Sam's just because my wife said, hey, you might want to go and get gas because everybody's trying to get some. I'm like, we have almost a full tank. Oh, yeah, but you might want to go get some. Tell me why the line was all the way into the Walmart parking lot. Now, you know how big the Sam's parking lot is and where Walmart is in comparison. The line was all the way to the Walmart parking lot. And I was like, for real? And I think people overreact, and that's the issue. Like, you can't overreact. You got people getting 10 and 12 gas cans worth of gas and then expect there not to be a repercussion of a shortage. Just like everybody panicking and everybody sees lines all over the place. And you see the memes and the people online saying, hey, we got ours. And you're like, but you got 6 cans of gas where you got one car.
Yeah. And the fact that you probably work from home doesn't help either, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You're about to get that, sit in front of your house and be like, well, I got all this gas now. What next?
Like, where are you going? We all virtual. We sitting at home.
Exactly. And you about to see next week on Marketplace. Anybody want to buy some gas? Try to send less to your local.
I seen a whole pile of cars piling up in the gas station that was already closed. They're just sitting there waiting. They're gonna find out there's no gas in there for them to get.
Even the gas stations that be no name and you don't see anybody there packed. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense, and we can't even be surprised because they did the same thing with the toilet tissue. When the
yeah.
Like they didn't learn from that. That's the sad part. Like, come on.
Yeah, like 10 packs of toilet tissue, and that start limiting everybody with the toilet tissue.
Toilet tissue, the hand sanitizer, the wipes.
Return none of it.
Two per person. They got all this cleaning supplies.
And then trying to sell it. I'll sell you this. Buy bulk. He'll buy bulk. You get a deal. Nah, bro, I'm gonna go to the store and get my own. I'm good.
Right. But didn't they say that the gas line was from like Florida all the way up to like New York or Maine?
Yeah, it started in the south, then it trickled its way up towards this area. So
yeah, so the gas line that was affected by the cyber attack is from Texas to New Jersey. And so the reason we got hit is because, of course, it goes to New Jersey. So it's like, oh, by the way, hey guys. Yep. And so that's what we got. That's what we got. And so people reacted.
They were saying if no one would have reacted, bro, we would have been fine. But there are people out there that are.
Do y'all think the government should have kept it to themselves? Oh, I'm mute. Am I muted? Oh,
no, you're not. You're not.
Yeah. So do y'all think the government should have kept it to themselves?
I mean, yes and no. To some extent, yes, but then no, because we do have the right to be aware of what's going on and the possibility of stuff, but they probably gaslighted it, I should say, and made it seem a lot worse than what it was. And it's like that game Telephone. Heard it from one person, and as it gets down the list, it just completely changes, and now everybody's panicking. Like they probably dropped it. Was like, hey, gas is going to be delayed a day or two, so prepare adequately. Hey, yo, we ain't gonna have no gas for months. Help. That's what it probably ended it. So.
And now gas prices about to go up.
Right, exactly, because the demand is so high, gas prices are going to go sky high, and because there is going to be a lot of demand for it and not enough supply, it's going to be like the barrel amount.
$5.
I saw somewhere that they had passed like
much for gas.
I thought they had passed like some legislation that like banned the businesses from raising the prices.
Yeah, but
response to this,
it's gonna be bone dry for a while. Then, like it's. So let me kind of throw it a little bit into perspective based off of what I saw today. There is 2 7-Elevens between my house and my kid's school with gas stations, right? Technically 3. If I go out the opposite way of where their school is, there are 3 with 7-Elevens with gas stations. Both 7-Elevens had lines at 8 o'clock this morning. When I went back to the house at 10, there was still a line. When we got home from school with them at 3 something, it was still a line at both of them. And one of them is closed down because they ain't got no gas left. Like they bone dry already. And I'm like, man, they just announced that this was a gas crisis, if you will. And literally most of the gas stations between here and where my kids' school are got tape around all their handles. The Wawa down the street done. I'm like, are you serious? Like, is this how it's gonna work? Because everybody panicked. Yeah, everybody jumped.
People probably just going down the block. You said what?
Like I said, they're supposed to say it's cleared up by this weekend. Like as of now, the pipe is flowing. Like they fixed it, so it's clear. But it's going to take some time for for the gas to restock and supply. And I've seen some tankers online posting. I don't know why. Somehow I'm in a CDO group, like on Facebook, which is weird. So I'm like, okay. And someone posted, was like, yo,
you're breaking out, Jay.
Jobs harder by panicking getting gas. You said what?
You were breaking up, like
you're on a robot. I don't understand.
Yeah. The CDO, like the truck drivers were saying that they are literally working night and day right now to restock gas. Like they have like gas right now and they just have to restock it. So it's coming. And the gas stations is like 2 minutes from my house. They're like, oh, we're getting gas tomorrow. So I mean,
yeah, people probably just going down the block.
That's how people make it.
I need some gas.
Yo, that's how I was, yo. I turned out over by Route 1 coming from work, and the Wawa literally had a line wrapped around the store.
The Ethernet core, man.
And they had a line flowing down into the street. So the street, I don't know what happened there. I'm lying.
Okay, Jay. We got the robot going on, legend.
You said what happened?
You keep turning into a robot.
I don't know. I changed internets like the other day, and this internet It's good on the Xbox, but bad everywhere else.
You on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. My PC is on Wi-Fi, but my Xbox is wired.
Damn, you make no sense.
Nah, that's priorities, dog. Priorities.
Oh no, so, but I also think that
you got to pick and choose your battle.
So why don't you get like a little hub to plug all of them in?
Yo, here's the thing. When I had the PlayStation and the Xbox, like my PlayStation wouldn't even connect to online. It's like your connection is too weak. And yo, y'all see my house. I don't have a massive house, yo. It's like there's no reason why my Wi-Fi should hit the whole house. So I got it's like the Wi-Fi extender, but you plug it in beside your router, and then it shorts through the wall, and you plug in another spot in your room and use that like through the outlets. That's what I'm using. I forget the name of it.
Once you get that Ethernet
so it's only
extender.
It's only one.
Yeah, you could
have that Ethernet run through my whole house.
Yeah, just get.
Yeah, you need that.
Like when you run a massive stuff like that, you gotta. Like I got my gig router over there in a corner, and then everything that's hooked up here that runs my stuff has an Ethernet cable into it. No Wi-Fi in this spot, this whole vicinity right here. And then downstairs, I got another Ethernet on the PlayStation.
Yeah. It's temporary, you know. So
I got you.
I'll fix it.
We understand. It's all temporary. It's all temporary.
Temporary.
But yeah, I think also the government should have said less. Like, hey, we've got this handled, right? Versus, oh, there's going to be a shortage. But at the same time, I don't know if that was the government or the media, because the media plays it well. They send people in a panic and a heartbeat, and you're like, really, guys? It's 2021. We just came through pandemic central, like
coming through, still coming through.
Yeah, still coming. But look, we went a whole year at the house. At this point, most of us are still trickling into work at this point, maybe once or twice a week. Some places going to 100% in the next month, which is going to be crazy to say the least. Yeah, DC is opening up full scale June 15th.
Yo, we too close to DC. They need to calm down.
Opening up full scale, like what does that mean?
Like all restaurants open wide. Now, I don't know if that's going to be no mask or with mask, but all of it is supposed to be opening up. From what I saw on the paperwork, they're supposed to be opening all restaurants, barbershops, salons, all of that stuff. Everything is supposed to be opening back up in DC. And I was like, oh.
I mean, to be fair, from my angle, I don't think there's going to be much of a change. If they're still like 6 feet or whatever, that's cool. But like working where I work at and whatnot, it doesn't seem like a difference. Like people come in, stand in front of you, talk around the glass. I'm like, yo, there's no point. I need to get out of customer service.
You see, it is wild though. They're like the Florida of the Northern Virginia, Maryland type of area. They're the ones that be experimenting and doing all that craziness. So I'm not surprised.
And it's like it's a small area, but it's like densely populated. Like it's gonna be wide open, but people are literally living on top of each other, like stacked on top of each other.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but you know how like you go into the restaurants and they got every other table open. Mm-hmm. Are they like lifting that? Is that what they mean by wide open? Like it's gonna be you can go and sit at every table, so people are gonna be like close together again.
Yeah, because isn't there like a capacity like limit on what you can have, like 50% capacity at your restaurant?
Yeah, there's 50% counting your workers. So like at Starbucks, I think the capacity was like 50. So when we put it capacity, like the first thing was like 25%. So it will be 5 workers and then maybe 6 people. So but the store work
to 100%.
I mean, yeah, but if you don't got the limit to seat those people, it's still going to be the same. Or you lifting that like every other table, you're putting all your tables out, letting people sit wherever they want, bars are open. Because I know like like some counters are like shut off, so you can't sit at the counters. When you gotta order food, you gotta, like, they have a table in front of the bar, so you can like order directly from them or whatever, and you can't sit there now. So there's that.
I think it's gonna be like Iron Age, because when we went to Iron Age, almost every table was filled.
Oh yeah,
But
then they had those glasses though.
yeah, so I'm assuming, I'm hoping they would have those glass barriers. But I mean, we was chilling at Iron Age, and they said as long as you're at your table and you're eating and you're not walking around the store, you can have your mask off.
Nah, but that's a company thing. I feel like Iron Age paid, like they shot out money to have their stuff upgraded. You know, other places, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep their booths the same. But
especially at a barbershop or a salon, how you gonna?
Yeah, those guys aren't going to issue out money to like upgrade their sections.
I was in the Walgreens yesterday, and this guy was not wearing a mask, and they had something on the intercom saying, "Make sure you guys wearing the mask." And he's at the register, so I'm like, "You guys see he's not wearing a mask, right?" They're like, "We can't give him one."
Yo, Jason,
critical, right?
Yo, you got to work in customer service to feel it, bro. Once you see 100 people walking in the store without a mask, it just gets old. Yo, like at this point, you're just tired of saying stuff now. It's like, if I say put on a mask, they're gonna give me attitude, and I'd rather keep my job today. So you just let it go at that point.
You can try to refuse service, and you have to deal with them wanting to fight you, calling managers and stuff, making a big scene.
Yeah, then if your manager is chill, if your manager is like a normal person, they're like, just serve, get him out of here, bro. Just shut him up.
Yeah, my manager kept talking to me, saying, "You need to make sure they're wearing a mask. If they give you a hard time, then you can call me." Like, why would I call the manager down every time something happens, you know?
For them to say the same thing you're saying and then give in the end. Like,
I just call 911.
Like, just put the mask on or leave.
At that point.
Yeah, no. It's crazy how it's a mask. It's not hindering you from doing anything. It's not constricting you from breathing, especially if you got the right mask, right? It's like, oh, it's simply inconvenient because this much of my face is covered, you know. And I got to talk a little bit muffled. Come on now. It's like, would you rather be stuck in a house? Would you rather be stuck in a house, or would you rather be outside with a mask on? Just put a mask on and call it a day. Like,
it's like a sheep thing, you know. I ain't trying to say it. It's like the sheep. There was a guy I went to middle school with that I had him on Facebook, and he started posting all this stuff when it started, and I had to unfollow him. I was like, yo, you're part of the problem at this point. Yeah. So he posted something like, oh, well, this mask it starts off just wear the mask, and then it goes into just put in the tracking device. It's a tracking device. Oh, no, just get in the car. Just get in the car. They're going to take you to a safer place. And I'm like, bro, like, then there's the sad part was there's people feeding into it. People comment like, I agree. That's why I don't wear a mask either. I refuse to. I'm like, bro, you guys are part of the problem.
He went to what school?
Middle school. This was back in Mocksville, North Carolina.
Okay.
So, just some insight. If this helps, I was one of the 5 Black people there. So,
and was he the other one of the 4?
he wasn't.
Okay.
He wasn't. So there's that.
I love conspiracy theories, but
that one
that people are coming up with now, I just don't understand. I really can't understand. Like, where did you get this from?
I find it funny, bro. I watched a video. Bro, I watched a video about a scientist and a flat earther, and it's so funny. Like,
flat Earth is. I believe in that one. There's
flat earther
for that one.
You believe in the flat Earth?
No.
We'll talk about that one in another episode.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop right here.
Yes, people come up with some foolishness that
they do, bro. Like,
but yeah, one of the YouTubers that I watch, I'm not going to call his name out because I actually enjoy his content, but he actually got struck with COVID. Initially, I don't know how, but then later in his videos, whenever he went out to the store and to the markets and all that stuff, he was the only person pretty much not wearing a mask. And I always wanted to comment on his videos like, bro, where's your mask? Put a mask on. Like, even though it's not, something that you may want, like I enjoy your content, so I kind of want to see you live. I don't want you to die. Plus you got a baby on the way, and I want to make sure you good, because you want to make sure you're alive for that baby. But no matter where he went, there's hundreds of people, thousands of people, and he's one of those that didn't have the mask on. I'm just like, I don't know what it is, if it's these different states or these different counties, they just don't care about wearing a mask.
Well, Florida is one of them. Florida said, hey, we going full, everybody free. You ain't got to wear a mask nowhere. Everything is 100% open. Like, when you got states like that, how do you expect for the pandemic to not continue on? Oh, yeah, everybody's getting vaccinated. No, there are still people who are like, oh, we're not getting vaccinated. That's some government thing. We're not getting vaccinated. We need more testing. Like, no. If people are getting vaccinated and it's everybody's getting vaccinated, then at some point it's going to become like the flu shot where, okay, you got to get the vaccine whether you want to or not. If you want to come to work, like Florida has gotten even ridiculous where there are people that lost their job because they got vaccinated.
Is it that deep? Wow.
Yeah. They are that much against President Biden's plans and things that they're like, oh, there are some companies in Florida that said, oh, if you got the vaccine, you can't come to work anymore. So they let people go. And I was just like, what?
That's trash. Sorry for trying to be safe, but didn't know I had to be sorry for wanting to live. That's cool.
Because currently,
you're good.
I was going to say, currently right now, I just searched it up online. It says that around 150 million people are vaccinated, either with 1 dose or 2 doses.
Isn't that roughly half of the population?
Mm-hmm.
No, million. You said million. Never mind.
Yeah, 150 million. Well, population for the U.S., because we only have, over 300 million? 350?
No, more than that. We got more
in the U.S.?
Right? In the U.S.?
Google.
328 million. I thought it was way more than that. We're at 328 million.
Okay.
So yeah, 328 million. That's not bad. So a third.
150 million.
So like a third, a little more than a third of the people are vaccinated at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a whole lot. Like, that's not a whole lot if you think about it in the grand scheme of things. So, and then the vaccines are still at most 96 for Pfizer or 96 for Moderna. One of them is up to 96%, and the other's 94. And then you got Johnson & Johnson, which is like 60 something for one shot. Like, why would I take just one shot and only have like?
The crazy part is,
huh?
The crazy part, FDA says for your thing to pass, it has to be at like 39 or something like that for your vaccine to be effective. It has to be at least at 39%.
That's too low.
So
it's ridiculous.
That was them trying to sell. That's them trying to sell the vaccination though. So hearing stuff like that is like,
that's an F minus. They don't know what they talk about.
That's a no. That's a no go, bro. That's a no, guys. That ain't no. Can you bump my grade up a couple % to pass me? Nah, bro. You just done.
So everybody here is vaccinated at this point, right?
Jason was the first one.
I'm not vaccinated.
I got mine in February.
Oh, okay. Oh, because of work.
Yeah.
Didn't you get yours in December? You got your first one in.
Nah, I didn't get it.
I could have sworn.
At first, I didn't want to.
Huh?
Crazy.
What happened, Reggie? You froze.
I didn't freeze. So I heard that robot noise from Jay. and then I stopped talking. But
Oh my god!
I didn't want to get it after Christmas, but I got it.
I
So I
don't have
did when I was sick.
What's going on?
I don't know what that was. That was something outside somebody's house.
You need that, either that.
Can't you just borrow it from the Xbox?
Right. You gonna have to install Zoom. But Jason, what did you get early in like December or January? Because
that was just a flu shot.
Okay. Because after December, that's when you started tripping a little bit. So you got the flu shot in December, and then you got your first vaccination in January, and then the second one in February.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. That was around the time he started bugging out for some reason.
Snapping.
I don't know what that was about.
This man Jason was snapping. Had an attitude.
For real, man. That shot did not do him well.
Cussing people out.
Nah, don't lie. You're lying.
You know, bro. You know what was going on.
Don't be making stuff up. Man.
False truths. He went early on.
You said what?
He had that experimental batch.
You sure did.
For real. Yo, I hope you reported that to him so they can take precautions and fix that.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Oh man. All right, Amped Up family. Well, that's going to end this first episode. We're going to have to make this a little part 2. So definitely come back because we're going to have some more current events that are going to go on in the world. So you kind of want to stay tuned. For our listeners on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everything else, Google Play Store, continue to check us out on Wednesdays. And then you can check out the videos on Fridays on our YouTube channel, Amped Up. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to let us know your comments down below, how you feel about the gas, as well as the COVID shots and the mask. But until then, we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to always stay amped up. Woo!
Peace.
Hello.